Glory, no help of woman. That's what it is a day. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, they say pay some money, they say pay some presidents, they say pay some tech.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to another brand new day and another brand new presentation of the Brain News. Today is June 2, 2026, and it's good to be here this morning. I was away on yesterday, and Esther Daku Italy coordinated the affairs on yesterday in my absence. So I want to say a big thank you to her. Good morning to you, Esther.
Good morning, Bundel. Good morning to all of you out there. It's good to be here. Good morning to you too, Ali. Ali just joined us. And good morning to all of you out there. It's good to be here. It's Tuesday. We're not talking about what's happening in our country and what's exactly is on the paper.
All right, so Thank you there, Esther Daku. Let's leave the shores of Liberia and then welcome and say a pleasant good morning to Aliyu Masale from Baltimore, Maryland, the United States of America. Aliyu, good morning. Aliyu is always a few seconds late. I don't know. Aliyu, are you there? Okay, it's like Aliyu is getting himself prepped up in the back. So, folks, want to welcome all of you. This is the Tuesday's presentation of the program from the Pre News, and in our studio this morning, Esther and I, together with the Radio LIB team, we have the hard copies of the Front Page Africa and the Daily Observer. So we again welcome all of you. Those of you who are watching us, please let us know that. Please indicate in our comment section and let us know where you are watching us from. Gatti passed away. I'm set and ready for you. So all is set from my end, except from your end. So let's say good morning to you wherever you are and following us live this morning. So we
Yeah.
will. Hmm? Tomorrow is the D Day. Yes, we know, and we already have everything set for you. So let's begin with those trending stories this morning from the front page Africa newspaper. And those of you who are celebrating your anniversary today, that's your wedding anniversary, we say congratulations. If you are celebrating your birthday today, from the premium, say happy birthday to you. And if you lost somebody close and dearest to your heart, all we can say to you is take solace. Those of you who are leaving the shores of Liberia, want to say a farewell to you. If you just got into the country, listening to 87.9, we want to welcome you to Liberia. And those of you not faring too well, lying on your sick bed, I would just want to let you know that sickness is not your portion. We are there with you in prayer, and we hope that the good of Lord rests His healing hands upon all of you this morning. So let's begin with those trending stories. Let's begin with the front page Africa newspaper top stories. It says from struggle to strength. Dylan's 2029 presidential push packs concerns about Liberty Party's future ties to the Unity Party. Very important story. I think we have to take a few lines, but let's get to more top stories. It says a vital development tool. Associate Supreme Court Justice Yusuf D. Kaba launches Liberia School of Law Rule of Law lecture series with call for far-reaching reforms of the judicial legal system. And lastly, for top stories, education news celebrating financial growth. The NTAL Credit Union records Liberia 20.4 million surplus, breaks ground for first headquarters, and very good news. Well, let's take few lines from this Dylan story. Let's take few lines from there. Okay, let's get to it and take few lines. Trying to get my way to that story. Yes, I'm there. It says from struggle to strength. Dylan's 2029 presidential push facts concerns about Liberty Party's future ties to Unity Party. And here we see the darling boy, his darling girl. We see the photograph of Senator Dillon and Senate Pro Tempore Yumli Kanga Lawrence. Montserrat County Senator Abraham Darius Dillon has declared that Liberty Party is prepared to contest and win Liberia's presidency in 2029, a bold political statement that is already raising questions about the party's relationship with its governing ally, the Unity Party. Speaking during the Liberty Party's 21st anniversary celebration in Monrovia, Dillon told supporters that the party's years of struggle, division, and survival have positioned it for a stronger future. Now that Arsenal have won a cup, Liberty Party will win the presidential elections as well. Dillon said to loud applause, drawing a comparison between the English football club's recent success and his party's political aspirations. Our history is with joy, some sadness, some rough roads, some tough times, but we are here together because of the grace of God and our resilience, he added. Dillon's remarks signal a growing determination within the Liberty Party to move beyond its role as a coalition party and position itself as a serious contender for national leadership in 2029. But let's leave it there and get to more big stories. This one says U.S. to drastically slash embassy visa processing across Africa, and 20 countries, including Liberia, not affected. The nearly 50 U.S. diplomatic posts currently handling visa applications will be cut to 20 in the coming weeks, according to three U.S. officials and an internal memo. No firm date has been set. Top the change is expected in June. The official spoke on condition of anonymity as they were not authorized to comment publicly. So let's take a few lines from this story. Few lines from there. Let's see what it says. We see the photograph of the U.S. president and the president of Liberia. The United States plans to significantly reduce the number of embassies and consulates across Africa authorized to process visa applications, but Liberia will remain among a select group of countries retaining full visa processing services, according to an internal U.S. State Department memo first reported by the Associated Press. The number of American diplomatic missions in Africa handling visa applications will be reduced from nearly 50 to just 20 regional hubs in the coming weeks. The proposed restructuring is part of the Trump administration's broader effort to tighten immigration controls, reduce visa issuance, and streamline consular operations across the continent. Under the plan approved by the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, visa processing services will be consolidated at designated locations with no more than 20 embassies and consulates serving as regional centers for visa applications throughout Africa. Among the diplomatic posts expected to retain visa processing authority in the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia, is the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia, making Liberia one of the only 20 African countries selected under the new arrangement. The other designated visa processing hubs are located in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, Accra, Ghana, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Cape Town, and Johannesburg, South Africa, Dakar, Senegal, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, Djibouti City, Djibouti, Kampala, Uganda, Kigali, Rwanda, Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo, Lagos, Nigeria, Lomé, Togo, Laonda, Angola, Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, Nairobi, Kenya, Port Louis, Mauritius, Praia, Cape Verde, and Yaoundé, Cameroon. Three U.S. officials familiar with the plan told the Associated Press that implementation is expected as early as June, although a specific date has not yet been announced. The changes were reportedly discussed during a recent conference call involving U.S. diplomats and consular officials across Africa, where they were informed that visa services would be consolidated into regional centers. But we can leave it there and take one more story and send controls to Esther for the continuation of the dailies. Former Foreign Minister Kimia dismisses claims ex-Liberian leader has quit 2029 race and declared Weah will be on the ballot. For anyone to think that His Excellency President Dr. George Weah, the 25th President of Liberia, and the incoming 27th President of Liberia will surrender that desire to contest the presidency to anyone on planet Earth. That desire is inconceivable. It is not practical. That thought it in itself is diabolical and it is wickedness to the Liberian people. Ambassador D. Maxwell Kimaya, former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Republic of Liberia. Very interesting story. Esther, let's run a few
Of
lines from
course.
there
Mm-hmm.
and then come to you to run us through the Daily Observer. Former Foreign Minister D. Maxwell Kimaya has firmly rejected reports suggesting that former President George Manneh Weah has abandoned plans to contest Liberia's 2029 presidential election, insisting that the former Liberian leader remains committed to seeking a return to power. Kimaya's comments come amid growing speculations that Weah may have yielded his presidential ambitions to alternative National Congress political leader Alexander Benedict Cummings as opposition parties explore possible alliances ahead of the next election cycle. Speaking on the matter, Kimaya describes such claims as false, unrealistic, and politically motivated. For anyone to think that His Excellency President Dr. George Weah, the 25th President of Liberia, and the incoming 27th President of Liberia will surrender that desire to contest the presidency to anyone on planet Earth, that is inconceivable. It is not practical, Kimayas declared. That thought in itself is diabolical and it is weakness to the Liberian people. He further dismissed suggestions that Weah would step aside in favor of another political figure. It is something that is not conceivable, something that is not practical. This is something far fetched. This is something that is not possible. This is something that would not become reality, he added. Weah would be a candidate. Kimaya revealed that he had spoken with Weah on the same day the speculation surfaced and said the former president remains confident that Liberians will reject misinformation. Just this afternoon, when President Weah called me during our usual chat, we were talking and not knowing that some would call and raise this issue. He said the Liberian people will reject lies and embrace the truth, Kemiya stated. According to him, we are reference scripture from the Gospel of John, emphasizing the importance of truth in public discourse. While expressing respect for Cummins, Kimiya insisted that Weah's political future remains unchanged. Cummins in a friend Cummings is a friend. He is one of the stakeholders in Liberia. I respect him and will always respect him, he said. Despite that acknowledgement, Kimaya maintained that Weah remains focused on the 2029 race. His Excellency President Dr. George Manawiya shall be a candidate come 2029. Not only shall be a candidate, but he will go on to win, he declared. Esther, because of time, I think we can stop here and send controls to you
Right.
to bring us the Daily Observer.
Thank you so much. Before me, I have the Daily Observer, and the top story here says remittances, revenue, and survivor. The loans proposed diaspora transfer leverage sparks debate over economic impact on ordinary Liberian. We have the story on page 10. Let's run there to bring you the actual lines of this story. For many Liberian households, the familiar notification of money arriving from a relative overseas is often more than a financial transaction. It is the difference between eating and going hungry, attending school or dropping out, accessing healthcare or enduring illness. That reality has placed a proposed legislative measure seeking to deduct US $1 from every remittance transfer sent to Liberia under intense public scrutiny, with economists, policymakers, and ordinary citizens witnessing the potential implications of what supporters may view as a revenue generating initiative and critics described as a tax on survivor. At the center of the debate is a proposal reportedly introduced by Senator Abraham Darius Dillon, who seeks to impose a fixed deduction on remittances entering Liberia through former transfer channels. While the proposal has yet to complete the legislative process, it has already generated significant discussion among economic experts and members of the Liberian diaspora, many of whom argue that the measure risks undermining one of the country's most important sources of household income and economic stability. Few economic indicators illustrate the importance of the country's diaspora community more than remittances. Over the past decade, remittance inflows have consistently ranked among the country's largest sources of foreign exchange earnings, often rivaling or exceeding revenues from some traditional sectors. According to international financial institutions, Liberia receives hundreds of millions of dollars annually from citizens living abroad. World Bank estimates in recent years have placed remittance inflows between US 500 million and US 800 million annually, representing a substantial share of national economic activity. Unlike foreign direct investment, which is concentrated in specific sectors or donor funding tied to particular projects, remittances reach directly into households and communities. They finance school tuition, rent, food purchases, healthcare and expenses, transportation, and small business operations. Economists frequently describe remittances as private social protection systems because they caution families from economic shocks and reduce pressure on government welfare mechanisms. Remittances are not merely financial transfers, they are social investments that sustain livelihoods and stabilize household consumption. Economists often note when assessing developing economies heavily depend on diaspora support. For Liberia, where unemployment and underemployment remain significant challenges, yes, challenges, this support has proven dispensable. The rationale behind the bill, supporters of the proposed measure argued that Liberia faces growing development financing needs and must identify innovative revenue streams to support infrastructure, public services, and national development priorities. The logic behind the proposal appears straightforward. If thousands of remittance transactions occur daily, a modest US $1 deduction could potentially generate additional public revenue without requiring broad based tax increases. In territory, proponents might contend that diaspora Liberians, many of whom maintain strong ties to their homeland, could contribute directly to national development through such a mechanism. However, economists caution that taxation policies cannot be evaluated solely on revenue generation potential. The broader economic effects
behavioral responses, and social consequences must also be considered. That concern is at the heart of an economy position paper submitted by Peterson G. N. Walker, a Liberian economist and public policy contributor based in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Walker acknowledged the government's responsibility to pursue sustainable revenue generation strategies, but warned against measures that disproportionately affect vulnerable households. At this stage of Liberia's economic development, a direct deduction on diaspora family support transfers may create more hardship than economic relief, Walker argued. He emphasized that remittances entering Liberia are not generally luxury transfer or investment profits. Most remittances entering Liberia are not luxury inflows or business profits. They primarily serve as survival support for unemployed relatives, struggling households, students, elderly parents, and vulnerable communities, he stated. A tax on survival critics of the proposal argued that a fixed dollar deduction could have a disproportionate impact on low income recipients. Unlike the percentage based fees, a flat US $1 charge affects smaller transfers more heavily. For example, a recipient receiving US $20 will effectively lose 5% of the transfer amount before accounting for existing transfer or transaction fees. For households dependent on multiple small transfers each month, the cumulative impact could become substantial. Walker warns that recipients already contend with transfer charges, exchange rate fluctuations, ATM fees, and mobile money costs. And adding another mandatory deduction, he argues, further reduces the purchasing power of households already struggling under difficult economic conditions. Such a policy may unintentionally produce negative economic consequences, including reduction in household spending power, increased hardship among low income families, and possible movement towards informal money transfer channels outside the banking system, he noted. Well, if y'all would just cut some of your fat money you're taking for gasoline, for your horse help, for your driver, and all of that, I think it will help instead of looking at the people money.
Hmm.
Well, let's see more stories here. We have US 103.9 million to boost climate resilience agriculture. It says a new Starlight initiative targets food security, climate adaptation, ecosystem restoration, and rural livelihood across 7 counties. And we see the food group photograph right here on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. And here it says cause grow for greater inclusion, accountability, and nonviolent politics. As NIMAD concludes, democracy school for political party youth leaders in Buchanan. We have solar farm signals Liberia's push towards renewable energy. Well, let's see this story. Hopefully, it's going to be on page 10. Good, we have it here. It says Bentall, Monterrado County, under the scorching sun in McCoffey, Lower Monterrado County, rows of nearly 40,000 solar panels stretch across rocky ground. Liberia's first ever solar farm is part of efforts to reduce carbon emissions, strengthen electricity supply, and transition towards renewable energy. The facility 40,000 solar panels produce 710 watts each alone. The 52 inverters connected to stations and substations that transfer electricity into the national grid. Crushed rocks spread across the facility help trap the redistribute heat energy to support power generation efficiency. The 20 megawatt facility funded by the World Bank under its Regional Emergency Solar Intervention Project is expected to increase Liberia's energy generation capacity by 15% while reducing the country's dependence on heavy fuel and diesel power electricity generation. I think we have a great opportunity to improve our energy capacity and the economy. All we need is to muster the courage and work hard for it to happen, said Dominic Gonno, project manager. Construction of the solar farm began on October 2024, initially estimated at US 15.8 million. The project cost later increased by US 5.7 million because of additional operational and infrastructure expenses. The first phase of the project complements Liberia's hydroelectric power generation, supplying solar energy to Montserrado County and surrounding communities, particularly during the dry season when water levels at the Mount Coffee hydropower plant usually decline. It is already supplying electricity to the national grid even as construction continues. Gonna say it. Let's jump to the back page of the Daily Observer. Liberia wins Apor Regional IP Club Awards. And finally, for the back page, we see EU supports expands RNCHR reach in hard to access counties. OCHA EU support expands RNCHR reach in hard to access counties. In a significant effort to strengthen human rights, monitoring accountability, and transitional justice efforts across Liberia, the Office of the United Nations High Commission for Human Rights, with support from the European Union, has handed over a package of operational equipment to the Independent National Commission on Human Rights. The support package, officially presented in Monrovia on Monday, June 1, 2026, includes three motorbikes, helmets, reflector jackets, and mobile phones intended to improve the mobility, responsiveness, and operational reach of INCHR feed monitors, particularly in remote and difficult to access areas of the country. The intervention comes at a time when Liberia continues to advance efforts aim at strengthening accountability mechanisms, protecting human rights, and implementing transitional justice initiatives while confronting persistent challenges in extending human rights protection services to underserved communities. Speaking during the handover ceremony, representative emphasized that the equipment is expected to significantly enhance the Commission's ability to investigate human rights violations, engage communities, and respond promptly to reports of abuses in counties where logistical constraints have often hindered effective monitoring. According to the officials, the support forms part of a broader effort by the United Nations and European Union to strengthen Liberia's national human rights institutions and ensure greater access to justice for citizens regardless of their geographical location. And now this is all we can give you from the Daily Observer. Let's send controls to you for continuation of the program.
Thank you very much, Esther, for that eloquent presentation. Let's recap those stories we brought to you this morning from the front page Africa and the Daily Observer hard copies, and then we take our usual break and then join our Radio LIBE partner. But these are the stories we brought to you this morning from the front page Africa newspaper. From struggle to strength, Dillon's 2029 presidential push sparks concerns about Liberty Party's future ties to the Unity Party. A vital development tool, Associate Supreme Court Justice Yusuf D. Kaba launches Liberia School of Law Rule of Law lecture series with call for far-reaching reforms of the judicial legal system and celebrating financial growth. NTAL, that's the National Teachers Association of Liberia, credit union records 20.4 million surplus and break ground for first headquarters. U.S. to drastically slash embassy visa processing across Africa. and 20 countries, including Liberia, not affected. There are nearly 50 U.S. diplomatic posts currently handling visa applications will be cut to 20 in the coming weeks. And lastly, for the front page Africa newspaper, former Foreign Minister Kimia dismisses claims ex-Liberian leader has quit 2029 race and declared, "We are will be on the ballot." For anyone to think that His Excellency President Dr. George Weah, the 25th President of Liberia and the incoming 27th President of Liberia, will surrender their desire to contest the presidency to anyone on planet Earth, that desire is inconceivable. It is not practical. That thought in itself is diabolical, and it is wickedness to the Liberian people. Ambassador D. Maxwell Sakimaya, former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Republic of Liberia. That does it for the front page Africa newspaper. Let's bring you the Daily Observer. Remittances, revenue, and survival. Dillon's proposed diaspora transfer level sparks debate over economic impact on ordinary Liberians. And US 103.9 million to boost climate resilience agriculture. New Settler Initiative targets food security, climate adaptation, ecosystem, ecosystem restoration, and rural livelihoods across 7 counties. And solar farm signals Liberia's push toward renewable energy. Lastly, for the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper, calls grow for greater inclusion, accountability, and nonviolent politics as NIMD concludes Democracy School for Political Party Youth Leaders in Buchanan. To the back page, Liberia wins WAPO Arapo Regional IP Club Awards, beating competition from 5 other African countries after strong performances in project presentation and quizzing. That's project presentation, quizzing, and role play. And lastly, OHCHR and EU support expands INCHL reach in hard to access counties. Well, those are all the stories we can bring you this morning from the front page Africa and the Daily Observer. Aliyu, are you there? Aliyu?
Yeah,
Okay,
Miss
he's
Adina.
Ali,
Good morning,
Ali,
Miss Adina. Good morning, Esther. And excuse me. Good morning, Mama Labira. Adio Masali, Baltimore, Maryland. Glad to be here this morning.
okay. Just keep posted. We're taking our break. When we come back, we'll come back to you with your contribution to the show. So let's take word from our sponsor, Cram Stopper Liberia, Maiva and Sons, and Exodus Best Price Store. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's go.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia.
we can, they can do their interest deduction.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it is. So every time you go and collect money, they say $1 will go to the government.
Yeah.
That Darius Dillon, who say he was going to give his salary to Monserrato County, is
Who
proposing.
up to now hasn't done it.
That's why he's proposing. All right. Darius Dillon is saying that every cent that is sent to you in Liberia, $1 of your money will move from there and go to them because they need to support the 1.2 billion dollar budget. So that's some of the areas they're going to get money from to support the budget by taking your $1, our $1, because myself too, people can send me money, people can send you money, right?
Mhm.
So our $1 will be moving from there.
Yeah, and the people who will be mostly affected when are the ones who are receiving small money.
Mm,
Why if they send your food money?
yeah,
Probably got your sister or your family there
yeah.
who is the breadwinner.
Mm,
Normally send something like maybe $30 or $25. They will take out $1 from all that money every time that money is sent.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
I mean, this is not good.
So
This is
so
not
that's
good.
that's what they are
In as
saying.
much that everybody wants to contribute to the growth of the economy,
Hmm.
I believe that this is not the way to proceed.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it to the detriment of the people.
Of course.
Because the thing is, it's so crazy as these GSM companies, though they do business with, us, but this is above all of us. This is Liberia we're talking. When the people sending the money, they can tell us, say, I've paid the interest.
Mhm.
But then when you go collect the money again, they will deduct. It's crazy. Sometimes you go for your money, they say they're taking $3, $4 from there, forgetting to know that this money was sent to you for a purpose.
Mhm.
Let's say you got something to do with $100 and somebody send you $100 exact. Then you go for that money. Sometimes they want what the agent would take. Sometimes the agent would take $2, $3 from there. Then the government too say they come and take $1 from there.
Mhm.
So you must know now what you will be getting. So I really don't understand. But folks, that's it. Those are our talking points this morning. You can make your contribution. Shortly we'll hear from Aliyu at Masale. So Aliyu, it's good to have you back. Let's hear from you on these stories we just mentioned. The issue of President we are not coming back to contest 2029. That news has been put beyond us now because it has been confirmed that President Weah will contest come 2029. And
Mhm.
what Darius Dillon is proposing that every time a dime is sent to you in Liberia, $1 from your money must go to the government. So let's get your take, Aliyu Masale, on these talking points, and then from there we can hear from the Liberian people. So Aliyu, if you're there, let's hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Nime. Thank you, there, Esther. This issue about President we are coming back, not coming back. You can only hear that from the opposition, I mean, from the ruling establishment, which is the Unity Party. You will not hear that from Sedition. You will not hear that from ANC, CMC, and other people. Only Unity Party people will come out. Oh, they had a meeting. If you hear the meeting, we are not coming back. We will not be on the ballot. We are be on that ballot. We are not on the ballot. Unity Party, that one thing. You people will not be re-elected. So you're just wasting your time. It just show your weaknesses. It just show how afraid you people are of Josh Weah. That's all. If you people really doing the right thing for Liberian people, why worry about Weah coming back? Don't worry about that. If you know you are rescuing the Liberian people, we are come back, we are not come back. That shouldn't be your worry. Focus on rescuing the Liberian people and do what you were elected to do. We are not be there. Your good work will get you re-elected. I don't know why they keep talking about this man. When they sit down, they sleep, they drinking, they eating, they are worried. Their focus is on Josh Weah. Stop wasting your time. Whether we are on the ballot or not, anybody go on that ballot for CBC, we will vote and you people will be kicked out. So you stop wasting your time. Thank you. This issue about the long this is why we always tell the people when Mr. Kumi said that oh Liberian budget can go to $1 billion, and you people just hurry, you start running with it to carry the budget to $1 billion. Go and learn from Mr. Kumi what will he do to carry Liberian budget to $1 billion. And you can follow the simple step. You don't have to be cutting people $1, 50 cents, 25 cents for you to raise your money. Try to get rid of those useless and wasteful spending you guys are doing in the country. Buying $45,000 car every 3 years, scratch card, all those foolish things, gas allowances, useless foreign trips and things. Cut down all those useless things, and you will be able to raise the country budget to 1 billion. We are cutting people. Oh, Mr. Mimle, oh, let's talk on $5 down there. Then they go take $1 from there, they give you $4. Stop that. You people have no plan, you have no policy in place. You can just come up with something. At the end of the day, when you choke your now, you don't know what to do. That's why every 3-4 months you're increasing GST on the Liberian people, because you have no plan about governance. Nothing. So if you want to increase your country budget to 1.2, 1.3, whatsoever billion, cut down those useless and wasteful spending. You will be able to raise that money. And then when you raise that money, you increase the country budget. You will be able, that budget will make a greater impact in the lives of the Liberian people. I hope they think that the Treasury Department coming always that all the country men that living on government welfare in America, they coming to stop them for wiring money back to their country. I hope it's not because of that your bill, the US Treasury Department came up with that to you. Maybe they say, oh yeah, Liberian government, this is why they say, okay, and they too, they living on welfare here, most of their people for the 8.9%. So we coming stop them from wiring money. Because that's the new thing the Treasury government came up with. All those countries that living on welfare here, most of them, they coming to stop them from wiring money back. I hope that not leave the law talk bring that one up. So they don't stop wasting your time. And lastly, to the embassy issue, Mr. Nimble, one of the good things President Waka administration, Mr. Sarah Besto Yanti, among all Waka government officials, she's the only person I know of. She was the right pick for President Waka, and she's qualified. She's competent for her position. May God bless her. May God keep her. And may God continue to bless her for what she's doing for our country. That woman is working exceptionally and speedily well for our country. I hope all those other hanky fruits were placed in the right position instead of them being misplaced. Waka were going to have a better government. Like he put Mrs. Yanti to the right place, and she's really working. Even though, yes, visa restriction, this and that, what have you, but since the woman was appointed in her position, you don't hear her talking. She's doing her work. But those people that were misplaced, they don't know their responsibility, their role. That's why you will always see them on social media. While Mrs. Yanti is there working to make sure she delivered Liberia internationally and what she was appointed to do. I hope other people could do the same thing. And Mrs. Yanti, please, you have to get in touch with the Liberian embassy in Washington, D.C. That embassy is a complete disgrace and embarrassment. They are very useless. What kind of embassy? You will call them 2-3 weeks. They don't answer call. You will leave voice message. They don't call back. You will just 6-7 hours when you get there. Then they tell you you want to call and set up the appointment. See how disgusting that is. And it is not just under Waka administration. Even under the WIA administration, they see nonsense were happening there. You will call that embassy. You will call. Nobody will answer your call. You will leave voice message, nobody will answer. When you drive, you go there, they will tell you, say you want to call and set up an appointment. And when you tell them you better call it, they will say, oh, we see your call. They only sit over there on their phone and other things. The lady you recommended me to the last time, Mr. Nimble, you know how many days I called to that embassy? I had to leave my working schedule. I drove there just to tell me, say, I want to call to set up an appointment. And when we go there, we start talking to say we are rude. We can address them aggressively. Olele drove from Ohio to Washington, D.C. 7 hours just for them to tell us, say you want to call to set an appointment. See
That's
how
crazy.
useless, disgusting that is. Since I've been calling now people for me to get my visa, I had to get visa now upon arrival when I come into the country. You will call, nobody can answer your call. You will leave voice message, nobody can return your call. When you drive, you go there, they are seeing that mirror system. They will say, oh, even though you're coming from far hour or far place to come here, and now you want to call and schedule an appointment, you know why? Or because you're coming from far area, I will help you. They are seeing that bureaucracy corrupting. You know why their family sumati and I will get somebody to do your work because you drove 6, 7 hours to Kenya, you can't just go by there. I believe that's the reason why they don't pick up call. Because they want you to drive and go there, then they tell you, say, oh, you can't go by. Somebody will tell you, say, I will get somebody to do your work, just find small thing. Like they see nothing they can do in that brother, what they can do there. So Mr. Yati, please try to settle that problem under the administration of Joseph Newman Boakai. Because it been happening there, the we are administration, and it is still happening there now. So please try to call the Liberian embassy in Washington, D.C. That embassy is very useless. I don't know what they are doing there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And, I hope the minister or the team at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs are listening because it's so disheartening to drive hours, to your own embassy and you can't get your stuff done. It's frustrating, So, Madam Sarah Beslo Nyanti, if you are listening, my colleague has just applauded you for, your level of work. We told these people that, look, there are some people that is the president appointed who are doing extremely well in their areas, but the too many bad will overshadow the work that they do. You know, yeah. So you deserve a pop on the back, Madam Yanti. But there is a situation at the embassy in the United States that you need to make some quick intervention, according to our colleagues. So please do something about it so that everybody will enjoy the process there at the Liberian embassy in the United States. So, folks, those are our talking points this morning. You listened to Leo Masale give us the story. We are is coming back 2029. He's going to be on the ballot. And they $1 team, where the people say they will be taking our money, will come and hear from you, Liberian people. But Esther is going to read out the comments. When we come back, we'll take few calls and we'll leave here at 12:30. So let's go to the comments.
Right. We have Venetia's Junior Bar watching. We have he says pre-birthday to me. We have Kadike Passaway. She says good morning, Freedom FM family. Good morning, mom. We have Chiba Kamara. He says good morning, watching live from Brooklyn Center this morning, family. And Kadike Passaway says tomorrow is the day. Is the day, oh, okay. We have Abraham and Addison says greeting family, following life. We have Samuel Dennis says good morning, Freedom FM. We have Clarence Duer says good morning, Winter and Esther. And good morning to everyone following the show this let's get it clear this morning. I'm Clarence Obechi Dwyer watching this morning from Central Monrovia. We have Mark, is that Makume?
Mhm.
Makume says good morning, Winter and Esther, and good morning to the peace loving people of Funde, borough of Nuku Town.
Yeah,
We have
that's
schools.
our place where we all grew up.
Thomas. Okay. He says, good morning, family. I'm watching from Front Street. We have Hassan Pin. He says, I'm watching you from Douala Market in Mankeke. The Unity Party has failed Liberian people. We are waiting for 2029 to speak. So you like you can do anything. You can do anything about. I mean, you can do anything, but Josh Weah must come back to make this country better than what you guys are doing. We have Michael May again says he's I'm watching from Woodbridge, Virginia, USA. We have Russell Warwick says I'm Russell watching from Capitol Hill. We have Josephine Kuhn. She says good morning, Freedom Family. Henry Tito Jr. says good morning, my Freedom FM family and the Radio LIP crew of the USA with our weather report man Uncle Tunis from Staten Island, New York City. I'm watching from my residence
in Upper Caldwell. Thanks for the update. Hezekiah Dole says, Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching live from District 17, Burrillville City. Christian Twister Roberto Slobber says, Good morning, Winda and Esther. I'm watching from my home in Caldwell, New Georgia, North Row this morning. Thank you guys so much for the show this morning. Trenton K. Baller says he's following from the USA. And he says, Thank you all guys for what you do, I think. Peter one day says he's following from Crown Hill Community. Joseph Colette says good morning. Rosalind Nimnan Bella says good morning. And Makume again says Senator DeLong and the rest of the legislature are very wicked to the Liberian people who elected them. Roosevelt Kroma, or is that Kroma? Kroma, okay,
Nkrumah.
that's Kroma. Says Joseph Newman Bokai and his majority bloc, including Gabriel Coleman and his trigger hungry, unprofessional police cannot run the government properly. Clarence Obeji Due says President we are returning to the executive mansion. It's just a matter of few days. However, I mean, whoever
A
thinks,
few years, he says.
okay, that's few years, sorry. Whoever thinks that he is not coming back might be a daydreamer. Unity Party people should focus on their walking dead president and forget about King Weah. We have Rosefat Kroma again. He says, your acts direct alone with the whereabouts of the present economy under Joseph Nima Burger government. Clarence again says no official of Joseph Burger administration will be allowed to leave the country after Joseph Burger election. Commissioner has declared President we are winner of the 2029. Gregory Coleman and Richard Nambwe Kum will be handcuffed. Why?
Why would they be handcuffed?
Wisa Colley says he's watching from Monrovia, Liberia. He says God is great. Mr. President George Weah. We have Wisa Colley. He says God bless Mr. President George Weah. We got one president. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, we
totally.
are so far. This is it.
Those are all the comments. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you, the Liberian people, on those issues, those stories, topics that we brought you this morning. It's confirmed now, so the speculation is being put away. You all know that George Weah will contest by God's grace. All right. In as much George Weah is alive, and we all pray that God keep all of us for 2029. He's going to come back on the ballot. It was confirmed by his foreign minister in his government, Maxwell Kimaya. And those of us who receive monies from our families abroad, the senator of Montserrat County proposed a bill that every time you go to collect your money, when it is sent to you, dollars, a dollar from your money should be remitted into government coffers. So that's it. Let's hear from you, Liberian people. What is your take on these talking points? Call in and make your contribution on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. And those of you, you know, those of you watching, you can also drop your comments. So the WhatsApp line is also active, and the WhatsApp line is restricted to our diaspora callers. If you're in Liberia and call the WhatsApp line, will not take you. It's for people outside Liberia. So those of you who are here, you can call us on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. The female line is 0770 297 016. Let's take Gus as our very first caller. Hello?
Good afternoon, Wendell. Good afternoon, darling. Just been say good afternoon to the team there in the U.S. Also, greetings schools to all peaceful, loving Liberians who are in tune at this time. I take a keen interest in, for the record, this is Cos Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I take keen interest in Dylan's
Proposed bill.
proposed bill asking Liberians in the diaspora to commit a dollar from the remittances to be used for developmental purposes. That statement, I guess, it came out of desperate and selfish nature. I'm saying there to say that against the back. I'm saying there to say it against the backdrop that the senator promised Monserrado County a portion of his salary. What is he doing with the money? Because the 5,000 that he promised has never been or is not being remitted to the county's account. The last time I heard him, he said he was using it for his rehab project, and that is not the case, or that was not the intent of the promise he made. He said he was going to commit 5,000 or a portion of anything more than 5,000. The balance were going to be sent to the county. So we want to see it in the county's coffers and have the county or caucus do something with it. Besides that, if his proposed bill should pass, to what extent is it going to affect the population? Reasons being, the reason I'm asking this question is simply, our taxpayers' dollar is being hard to reach its intended targets. Take, for example, we have a $1.2 billion national budget, of which more than 60% is going on recurrent expenditures, which has to do with their salaries and remunerations. So how does that affect the Liberian people if we should commit a dollar coming to us as taxes? We already paying taxes. Everything we go to buy now, we have taxes imposed on them. Is this another ploy by the government to, or one of the government's staunch supporters to further inflict more hardship on the Liberian people? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you. There's the voice of Gus Help. Gus, thank you for your contribution. Let's go back to the phone lines and talk to you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, William.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is the voice of the Common Board Chairman. I'm Stephen P. Willie, and I join you from Sophia District 4, member of the Conseil Liberal Justice.
Okay, Mr. Whaley, you have 1 minute. Let's hear your contribution. You've been following all of the talking points. Let's get your take.
And my interest is taking in the proposed diaspora bill, a wicked bill now put forth by Senator Dillon. I think the senator is deceptive. I think the senator is wicked. I feel the senator is selfish. As it is said, who much is given, much is expected. I was employed Senator Dillon, who stood against everything in the past and said that the United States have power. Senator Dillon in the past year will stop. So his whole confirmation, he will stand single-handedly and get other people to back in to say Mwadike will not be an election commission. Senator Dillon still has those power and the powers to do sin. Why can't this little gentleman will get as a senator, we get 3 for the 5,000 cars after every 3 years. So let us use one for the 5,000 cars for the 9 years instead of getting the for the 5,000 times 3. That's what they vote money now. This is for Liberian people. Why can't we, for instance, say, look, the Liberian people give you a salary. Our car will ride outside is poor. The Liberian people taxpayer money should not be the one that will fix our cars. Why couldn't they say, look, the people give you money for gasoline for our cars, gasoline for our generator? I think it's just too much. I think we should just tell them to do one instead of giving us 2 different gas slips. There are a lot of money, free money, guys are taking away like people that they need to cut down, or instead of coming right back to the same old people that they are straining, we do almost everything for these people. Let them try, at least, to make an the name.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't let it push everything on the poor people.
Okay.
You can't
Willie.
just push everything on the poor people. They gotta do something. They gotta stop doing it. See them doing it, and we will follow suit. Thank you.
Thank you, Willie. Thanks for your contribution. Let's talk to this caller. Good afternoon. Okay, we lost that person. Since you're not patient on the line, let me take another person. Hello? Hello? Okay, you're not ready to talk. Let me take this person. Hello?
Morning.
Good afternoon. It's past midday. Good afternoon. Okay. Yes.
Our guy from the police divide, he has started deploying a skier tactic very soon.
Mm.
How will somebody can tell us that we have not contest on the 29? We know we the supporter we are the focus man and he has a sense of direction.
Mm.
And that he adopted the policies of nationalism and that of patriotism. So the ideas of national transformation and industrialization of this is at the back of William Lincoln. So Canton the guy for United Party, you're focused on what the people you elected for. But every day we are be on the ballot, Canton so the Kora and the Ria can catch you at this time now, you die before Tonatana, that's your business. But the reality is we will be at Canton.
Thank you.
And now you are going to be dislodged from power. We need proactive and innovative leadership that come and build the future of our children. Look at today. Our educational system are totally and falling apart. That today, 12 of them should be and they're doing what? Where some of them should be preparing for the University of Liberia. See, they cannot disgrace your blood. And then you won't have realized that you're very few. Why the new is like when you are and infiltrating into your flesh. You hear them bowing. So come to now. Nobody should be deceived. We will be on the ballot.
Thank you.
We are fully prepared and to run a campaign. China the major agenda and he's the best alternative.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's talk to another person. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name and where you join us from?
My name is Sana Gomba.
Go ahead, let's hear you. You care to reduce the volume of your hello? You care to reduce the volume of your radio because I'm getting feedback. And it's very terrible for me. Yes, Wetina. Hello?
Yeah, you getting me?
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, my attention is being drew to every 3 years, 45,000 US car being bought for lawmaker.
No, we're not talking about that one. The one we're talking about today is that the people have been in doubt about whether the former president will be contesting, and he has been made clear by his Minister of Foreign Affairs, Maxwell Kimaya, that comes 2029, the president's face will be on the ballot. And the issue of the proposed, they call it the Diaspora Development Act, that Darius Dillon has pushed, to give for every Liberian to pay $1 when you send them money from abroad. We're sorry we lost that caller, but that was it. Not the $45,000 car issue. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Yes. I'm Laja Musa. I call from opposite SOS Clinic.
Okay, Musa, let's hear you. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to speak on the direct Dillon bill that he proposed.
Okay.
You see, when a man is half educated, when they are writing or proposing something, they will not sit and analyze. That is why it's good to go to school and end school. So that Dillon proposing, it doesn't make sense. our brothers on our side, our sisters, our relatives on our side, seeing the suffering that we are going through here. So if they send small thing, for example, my sister sent me $30 to help our family, then the government are getting all the money and not helping us should take $1 for what? But it's not surprising to me because the man that is proposing the bill is not educationally sound. So he will propose this kind of bill. It was sound, even if you don't love the country, but if you are properly schooled, you will not write the kind of nonsense to say you put in a horse. That's completely nonsense you wrote. And it's like people not buy into it. Thank you for the time that you afforded me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Masisi, welcome to the show.
Thank you for the recommendation. Probably I'm Marcy calling from Cloud County. We say I have to my people, Tunis. Oh, Windell, when you get in higher places, what can happen?
When you get what thing?
Criminals in higher places, what can happen? Criminals in higher places. If you get in the coma with the girl of showcase in the higher places, what can happen? I will put it. Yes, I will put it. No, that man say he follow the color rate. They don't man. He see he follow the color rate. The money say over for 6 who year but then he won't. He like your father in how they do that yet. He said we'll take 5,000. Then we can't get nothing from the loan. He said they were gonna who he say he paid. 2% there he said he paid and he paid with the money. Are you telling you my brother Tony? Look at my direction and tell me let's $2 and say, oh, wow, let's take a rep for yourself. If my son my talent look my direction and say, oh my sister they want my children put in the diaspora. I can listen to us. That will push the kid out of Liberia, all men joke back. That thing will help us cattle. Then you tell me all like you tell everything 1.2 billion. Just about how to come for that all criminal. Just about him.
Masisi, let's watch the way we address our leaders, please. Masisi, nobody will address you, nobody will hurt you, all right? Nobody got a right to go and hurt you, but please, we should watch our language on addressing our leaders. Masisi, you're Christian, right?
I'm a Christian.
Okay, so the Bible says the evil can't pay back evil. No, not the long thing I thought more. I'm saying the thing I'm saying to you, Masisi, if somebody do bad to you, you can't do bad to them. All right? So just leave them with their way. That God will judge all of us. Okay, Masisi, go ahead. Go ahead. I am telling you, the Lord is a liar. You can't tell us that the diaspora for the Lord has taken is fussy.
I'm not fussy. I got problem. I'm not what my constitution for. They will lie to us. Tell you what I want to say. Any fire for us. I tell us to support their budget. We should 2.2 billion budget. They should support it. You told yesterday that the foreign they're not taking their country. That you're saying that there and the truck coming for you. You know, to catch up with all the force. They're not for everyone to buy all this. No, I'm not sick. I'm saying not well. But you tell us to go on that for all the way.
Oh my God, my CC, I didn't cut you off. You went off. I didn't cut you off. Let me talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, how are you? Welcome to the show.
My name is Prince. I'm calling from Rainbow Community. You contemplating for justice.
Let's hear you, Prince.
My brother, let me tell you something. This government will have no, we can't get nothing for out of them. The only thing we pray for is we pray constantly to the NAFO to get a corrupt government for out of the country.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I love the way you put it, you know. Let's take this person. This caller will do. Hello. What's happening? All right. So, let me talk to this person. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello. David, you have to shift a little bit. Your line is distorted. Oh, it stayed the same. Nothing has improved. But let's give it a try. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, David, you have to call us back. Your line is very terrible. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where you are currently, but your line is terrible. Let me take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, I'm buying.
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Calling from Banazi.
Okay, let's hear you. 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah. My brother, the people here, they are afraid of President Weir and they're afraid of CDC, so they worry. They are all playing here for President Weir to say, oh, I'm running. You be certified. Because I the only man I can beat everyone on the entire down. So they are whole worried when they sit down whole day, President Weir. President Weir not running again. President Weir said this, President Weir said that. So say God, thank you, Mr. Master Kemija, make it play to them. President Weir is coming back. Oh, they're telling them again, say, oh, you're lying. President Weir said he is running again. So they are afraid, my brother, and the law will come back. And so, you know, we see it won't get time. Because all the money that I see, they can't see it, they want to all the people where they put for all the money so they can get rich more. When that the money information, the 5,000 information to get Liberian people, when that you not get it. Thank you, my brother. Oh, top places are waiting for 2029. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Let's take this person as our last.
Thank you very much, Winda. Thank you, Waiting. Thank you for being the last person.
Hey, what's up, Spencer? What's up, man? How you doing?
Community, a member of Concern Liberia for Justice.
How you doing, Spencer? How's everything?
Winda, you know, when I listened to that bill, in my mind went to what Alexander Post said. Alexander Post said in a quote, he said, semi-educationalists are dangerous. That's just what's happening to this man who ruled to prominence on the mattress of lies and deception. I know in my mind, they don't have lies until there is nothing to lie about. So he wants to come back to play on our sentiment. But the law, we want to tell you that you are playing with an educated society who inspire you ahead of you. Look, the chicanery that you guys do years will never survive in this country again. Because we are far ahead of you. A man who claimed to be a light, a man who claimed to be a king in that House of Parliament, a man who fought the Liberian people against the Parliament years, that when he goes there, he will tell the people who have failed over the years to execute what he told the people is doomed to failure and nothing that he can use to survive on. So, Mr. Man, just go and sit down with your trash that you wrote the copy. And the next issue, when on ICE, a man with 49% or 49 point some more percent will capitulate to a man with 2%. Where on ICE will that happen? Is that not impossible? I thought it is the 2% that's supposed to add on the 49% so that we can grow.
I'm
but
telling you.
49% coming down to 2%, in my mind, it's an imagination and will never survive. Thank you very much for allowing me to make my tip on national issue. Thank you.
Thank you. That's the voice of Spencer Mohammed. Let's see. Let me just squeeze in this person. Let me not make Spencer the last. Let me squeeze in this person. Hello.
Hello, Mr. This is my, we're calling from.
Maya Lino, good morning to you, Mama. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Papa. I'm a family, a lovely family.
I left everybody fine this morning.
There's some money, there's money. That man at the station now money. I want to tell you, nothing wrong at that people direct, your group, but we discover a whole secret. When the money was coming to great month of people, where you put it, where you send it, you say we stupid before. We're not stupid here. We get sick. Then you say that, and I want to see what you pay for. You will still know in fact. In the opposition gap, plenty people say they got people. You know what I want to do? They won't worry the ordinary people. They won't worry the ordinary people. Don't be a scary thing. So we're not doing things. We're not going to large or we're fire.
Thank you, Ma Helena. Thank you so much. At least there's some great improvement in your health because I can tell it from your voice. Thank you, there, folks. That's all the time we've got to be here. Let's squeeze in these last comments we have. Okay, let me see. There's one from Roosevelt Krumah. He says, "This is a very special greetings to the senior citizen of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. George Manawia." Wisa Colley says, "Amen." Roosevelt Krumah said, "Darius Dillon is nothing but a little clown." And he says, Roosevelt Krumah again says, "Masisi, please take time to talk. Don't be too emotional." And lastly, from Roosevelt Krumah, he says, "Darius Dillon is now hanging on the spider's web because this is the last time around." Well, folks, those are all the comments, and that's all the time we've got to be here. Let me go to my colleague, Aliyu, to take 30 seconds to wrap up from his end. Aliyu, let's hear from you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Nimle. Thank to the callers and thanks to those in the comment section. The party during 2023, the Unity Party said that even if Joseph Wakai die, they will vote for the dead body and the party body in the mansion to lead the country. So their agenda was to unseat George Weah and that of the CDC. Be the same thing. Whether Weah is sick or whatsoever, our plan is to unseat Joseph Wakai. So even if Weah is not on the ballot, whosoever they put on that ballot apart from Weah, we will overwhelm them vote that person because our aim and objective is to get rid of the Unity Party. Let us stop wasting our time. Let it be focused and rescue the country. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you. That's the voice of the tough talking Aliyu Masaleh there in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Folks, my name is Wendell Nimne. Want to say thanks to all of you for being there on this Tuesday presentation, June 2, 2026. God's willing, we'll be back here tomorrow with the midweek edition of the show. Until then, we got to go home.
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money.